All right. Welcome once again to another episode of Sports Therapy with FH Jr. I am your host. A little bit about the show. Sports Therapy, where callers will have 2 minutes to rip, rant, and kick some knowledge about all things NFL related. But please keep in mind that when it comes to sports therapy, we are a caller driven show. And the number to call if you want to be a guest is always 940-329-4110. On our show, we don't talk race relations. We don't talk about politics. Man, I don't give a fat rat's butt what the Republicans are saying, nor do I care about the Democrats. I don't give a flip about any of that stuff. We are about fun and yucks only. Now, I am always rocking the cool beard, far augmented by the standard uniform and the NFL hat that signifies that I am neutral, just like Switzerland. Although I am a card carrying double dip, triple dip commander, aka Redskin football team fan, will be one to the day I die. On our show, always remember, advice is free. And please, if you call in, please don't call me doctor. Although I am a certified counselor, but I have not earned the right to be called doctor. So don't call me doctor unless you're gonna give me a Dr. Pepper. Now our show is always sponsored by Crown Royal. Yes, Crown Royal. And you know when it comes to Crown Royal, we love our drink. But I always say, drink Crown Royal responsibly. Always drink Crown Royal responsibly. So now let's jump into today's show. This is week 4. Week 4. And what does week 4 really tell us? Well, I can say this. Is the gist of the show is always about you can rip, rant, kick knowledge about all things NFL. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's all we do. We don't bake cakes. We don't bake cookies. We don't do anything but talk about NFL football. Okay? Now, for those who like to get a good rant going, I will never stop you in the middle of your rant because everybody loves a good rant or a good meltdown. Today, we always say, I always say, man, I'm going to talk about scores. And then something happens and I get sidetracked and I don't get to talk about all the scores in the NFL. So I'm seeking out to do a quick run around, run through all the scores before somebody holler squirrel, and then I go on a wild goose chase or a tangent. So let's see, can we talk scores here? All right, now, I start watching Thursday night. Love what I saw with the Detroit Lions, and well, I would say they ain't my team, but I would say the Green Bay Packers may have taken a step back, and maybe that's what you get when you get a young quarterback. You know, Jordan Love was looking real good. I actually thought that they were going to take down the Lions, but as I tell people, these are not your father's lions. These are new lions. Yes, these are baby lions, and they have teeth, and they will hunt. Boy, would they hunt. That receiver, St. Brown. And for maybe if you're the Rams, you might want your money back because remember, the Rams had Golf, traded him away. Guy was a high draft pick. Look at him now, man. He is balling. But man, I stuck around, and that was on Thursday nights. I'm kind of selling into Thursday night football. I'm not, I've always loved it, but Thursday night it's just because truth be told, it all depends on the actual games, who's playing who. Because I admit, if the game is boring, although I watch it for the show, but it really doesn't get me or just have me on the edge of my seat like a good game between two real competitive teams. Give me something like, I don't know, 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, Eagles, Giants, Raiders, Chiefs against Cowboys, Chiefs against Green Bay. Give me those games, but I don't want to see. And don't get me wrong, I love them to death. I don't know with the Panthers and the Patriots. Will that do enough for me? I don't know. And then we're gonna talk about the game between the Cowboys and the Patriots. Maybe it's time for somebody to say, "Look, Bill Belichick. I don't know if the game has left him, but look, brother, you might want to think about your quarterback because." That is not working, man. That is just and I know Belichick probably has his prototype of quarterback he wants, going back to Drew Brees, not Drew Brees. I'm sorry, Drew Bledsoe, and then of course we know the GOAT and my man Mac Jones. He's just not, brother's just not getting it done, man. They had to pull him today. Hold on, man. Like I said, we said we gonna start with scores, but. We always like to call and talk to our callers. So let's see what we got. We got a caller. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
Hello?
Yay! Jay, what's up? What say ye?
That was a sad game. I don't know what this was.
Jay, I got to tell you this. I was so engrossed into watching my Commanders playing the dreaded Eagles. I didn't get a chance to see much of the Saints game. I did see where you guys were behind. So share with me a little bit of what you saw today so my listeners and myself can kind of be up to date, as we say.
Well, man. Well, sometimes we come back in the second half of the game, but we didn't do that after halftime. Like, we had a chance, and we just couldn't get there. We couldn't get a touchdown. We couldn't catch the ball.
Now, did Carr start? Because I know he was injured.
Yeah, he was good to go.
Okay. Did you guys get Alvin Kamara back? How did he look today?
I don't remember seeing him.
But he is back, right?
No,
Because I know he was coming back off of a 3-game suspension, and as I was kind of watching some of the pregame today, they mentioned that he was going to be back and he was going to play. According to the talking TV heads, that he really wasn't going to miss a lot of. Well, I guess he was staying in football shape if that exists. So I did kind of glance by and I saw you guys were down, I believe, about maybe 2 touchdowns, and I was thinking of who that nation would go come back, but didn't happen, huh?
No, it did not happen. We got a couple field goals, bring us up, but we just couldn't get a touchdown.
So who
we had a couple chances, but we couldn't make it happen.
So who let y'all down, the offense or the defense?
I don't know. All I know is we lost.
Now, I will tell you, as I said, I didn't get a chance to watch that much of the game, but I did see some, and I saw the Baker man, as they say, patty cake, Baker man. I saw the Baker man throwing dimes, man. He was throwing touchdowns, and he looked pretty good. Now, I know he your arch rival and all that.
He looked good. I know that. I'm from Saints fan, but yeah, he did look good, but stood up.
And you know what? You guys had a chance to pick up Baker.
Yeah.
And y'all settled for a new car.
What's up, Rita, right or what?
Nah, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah? You going Applebee's?
Nah.
Home?
Yeah.
So Jay, sounds to me like you got a party going on that you need to get back to.
All right.
Okay, hey, thanks for calling. All right.
All
right, that's Jada Who Dat fan. She don't sound like she got too much who in her dat, but who dat? Gonna beat them there Saints. But yeah, folks, as I was saying, man, I watched the game. Baker Mayfield was looking pretty good as he was slicing and dicing up the Saints. I was going back and forth because on the new, I wouldn't call it it's not a new program, but on the new Direct TV or NFL package, not Direct TV, I'm sorry, on the new NFL package, because it's actually on YouTube TV, and I like the fact that they have it similar to like a bar set. You go to the bar, you got all types of TV monitors, and you can watch here, there. So they have it where if you have a smart TV, you can watch you can watch 4 games at one time, and you can decide which game you want to have the sound on, which is and that's what I do. The one that's most hype, I'll watch it. So I was going back and forth, but mostly, I had to stay dialed in on my Commanders. I'm gonna talk about them later in the show. I'm happy, but I'm mad. I'm happy, but look, I'm gonna talk about that later because I might have to get in my own seat and go give myself some therapy. But that game was a game. But as I was saying, I never get to run through the scores. As I always promise people, we're going to do scores, and then I get sidetracked. So, damn, let me go. As I was saying, starting from Thursday night, the Lions took care of Green Bay. That was 34-20. It was a good game. It came on Thursday nights. That's that game that kind of gets everybody into football mode, as they say. So I checked out that. It was a pretty good game. It was close. And then the the Lions started to pull away in the fourth quarter. That was a good game. Now, tomorrow night, which is Monday night, that will be Seattle against the Giants. Now, you guys know I cheer for everybody in the division to lose. So, come on, Seattle. I got up early this morning. I would say I went to church, but I'm not going to lie. I skipped church for one reason, and one reason only. And that was to watch the early game that came from Mario, England. We had the Jacksonville Jags took on the Dirty Birds. And I must say, I thought the Dirty Birds were on their way with the new young quarterback. But when you have a young quarterback, remember, every once in a while they'll have that stinker game in there, and that's what happened. But you know what? I'm not going to say that. Because if I did, that would be cheapening Jacksonville's victory. No, they actually beat they beat Atlanta. Yeah, it's a shame when you got to go across the pond to get a butt whooping, but that's what happened. they got beat. They got beat 23-7. And for those who was all cheering and thinking that the Dolphins, because remember the Dolphins beat the crapping. That's a word I just made up. Dolphins beat the crapping out of Denver last week. They put a 70 burger on them. But they say when you serve somebody a 70 burger, you just might get served a burger next week yourself. And that's what happened. The Bills put up a 48-20. One thing about the NFL, I still cannot say that there is one particular team that's just going to just roll out a bed every Sunday and just clearly beat anybody, because it's like the show any given Sunday. Because I thought if there was going to be a team that was going to be on the road, I thought it would be the Miami Dolphins, but no, they took it in the shorty shorts because they got beat 48-20 today. I don't know who was going to win the game between Denver and the Chicago Bears. Somebody had to win that game because you had two bad teams playing. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Denver, man. I know they got talent. Seems for some reason they can't put it together. Don't know what's going on, but of course, there's some who says, well, Justin Fields is not the man. I wouldn't say that he's not the man. I just think maybe they just hadn't surrounded the young man with all the things that he needs to be successful, because right now he's just looking like an athlete playing quarterback instead of a quarterback. And that may be because he don't have a lot of toys in place, a lot of help. Didn't get a chance at all to check out the Ravens. So I know my man from D1 Ignorant University going to come in. That's Big Coop. I know Big Coop's going to come in and and preach the gospel of the good Ravens. as I was saying, don't know what is what because right now the NFL seems to be an upside down world. Because I'm thinking that I thought Cincinnati with Joe Cool were going to get together, although he's been playing hurt, but they got their butt whooped today, 27-3 by the Tennessee Titans. And man, they got a big dose of Big Henry, man. If you want to jump in front of that brother, you better pack a sack lunch and anchor your butt down to something because I saw some guys trying to put a hit on him. And then I saw a couple players making business decisions. A business decision is you say, okay, I can tackle this brother or I can be around and collect a few more of these NFL checks. That's called a business decision. Yeah. Colts 29. I'm sorry, the Rams. The Rams took care of the Colts. When I was checking that game today, it went into overtime because I was checking out that game, and it seemed to me like they were being handled. The Colts was handling the Rams, but obviously it didn't happen that way. And then again, we had the report from Jay in Grand Prairie, and she's a big Who Dat fan, and Jay out of her own lips, Who Dat Nation lost 26 to. Let me see, what was that final score? 26-9 by. In fact, that was a conference game for them. So whenever you play somebody in your conference, it's always going to be war. And then the Commanders, a.k.a. the Redskin football team, we went into overtime and we lost to the dreaded and feared Eagles. But I will tell you this, as I was saying, I'm going to talk about that game later on tonight. But I want to ask one question, and then I'm going to circle back. Why did we not go for the win? I'm just saying. We're going to talk about that. And then my poor homeboy, Glenn. In fact, my homeboy, Glenn, man, he lost. His Steelers lost 30-6. So maybe it's time for them to pull the plug on that experiment, the Kenny Pickett experiment, because it is not working. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's time to do something different. Just saying. Discover Crown Royal, blended Canadian whiskey, patiently, fit for a king, expertly blended since 1939. Whenever you see F.A. Jr., and I'm out crime fighting, man, somebody give me a bottle of Crown Royal and then say, crown me, baby. Drink Crown Royal responsibly. And always, if you're underage, never drink Crown Royal. Crown Royal, that is my drink. Yes, sir. Now, finishing up with the scores for the day. Now, I know, as I tell people, this show is coming from the great state of Texas. I'm in my bunker. Because I am always surrounded by Cowboy fans. So Cowboy fans, I know they're happy. There's joy in Cowboy land because they beat the helpless New England Patriots 38-3. Now here's my thing about the Cowboys, and you guys know, I cheer for the Cowboys to lose. I cheer for the Giants to lose, and I cheer for the Eagles to lose. Doesn't mean that I would treat them in a disrespectful way if they call, because at the end of the day, your team is your team. And that's what I like about it. That's why I wear the uniform that signifies that I am very neutral. I have every team on my shirt. And everybody get equal time. Yes, equal time. Because I am neutral, just like Switzerland. But let me say this about the Cowboys. Last week, Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. This week, Cowboys won. So I want to say this to my Cowboy fans. To me, the Cowboys are like piranha fish. You know, you can swim with piranhas all day long. They're not going to do anything to you unless you have a cut and there's some blood in the water. And that's what the Cowboys are like, man. It's like once they start feasting on you and they start getting turnovers and they get the lead, man, they're like piranhas, man. They will be all over you. So the key to me to beating the Cowboys or being competitive against the Cowboys, you got to maintain a offense. In other words, you have to run the ball at them and establish a run and stick with it. Because once they start turning you over and over and over and over, man, they get in attack mode or hunt mode, man, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. And the Patriots saw that today, man. Mac Jones had, man, he was terrible. He was terrible. He was terrible. Terrible. How many terribles can I use to describe this guy? But at some point, do you say it is time to pull the plug on Mac Jones? Because that was his one particular play. And you guys know we don't have time to talk about the entire game. But right before halftime, he was on, I believe, their own 25-yard line, held on to the ball too long, and he ain't the fastest quarterback, so it's not like he can just sit in the pocket, because there should be a clock going off in your head, 1001, 1002, da 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 da. And when it happens, you should know, okay, I have got to get rid of the ball. And that didn't happen. He held on to the ball too long, and he got stripped from behind. One of the guys from the Cowboys picked it up, ran it in for a touchdown. I'm like, okay, that's bad. Then prior to that, afterwards, he did the Cardinals saying that you don't teach you teach quarterbacks not to do, which is do not throw late back across the field. What did Mac do? He threw the ball late across the field, and my man Bland picked it off, high stepped in the end zone for a touchdown. And that led to, I guess, Bill Belichick just saying, man, I can't take it anymore. So he decided to pull the plug on him, thank God. And so, and that's where we are with that, man. I'm like, come on. So I stuck around because I wanted to see a close game. I really did. Now, truth be told, I did want to see New England win because it's a divisional game between the Cowboys, Eagles, and the Commanders. So we, at the end of the day, but Cowboys won. Yes. How about them Cowboys? Y'all still them boys. How about them boys? So, but I actually don't think the Cowboys going to really get tested, because if I look at it, the Giants, they beat the Giants. The Giants are terrible. What other team did they beat? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, call me when they play a team that's up to their standards. I think the big game is around the corner, where I think about a week or so, they play the 49ers. And that's going to be a test for the boys. And that's going to tell us and them about what they are, what they need to improve on, and where they're going. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it, man. I just think, that's what I think. But as I was saying, they won today, so win is a win. Win's a win, not a win. Win is not a win. So now, I think it's time for us to start taking the Arizona Cardinals a little bit more serious than we thought, because the rumor was that they were just going to tank. We're just going to tank for Williams, the supposed number one draft pick coming out of USC. So that's what the talk was. They were just going to, just show up. But those guys are actually putting up a game. That was a late game today, so I got a chance to take a look at that game. They were playing the 49ers. Game was a lot closer than I actually thought it was going to be. They played, it really was, man. They hung in there, played well. I didn't think that game was going to be competitive, but it was. And so it's time to take so that win over the Cowboys last week may not have been a fluke, because hell, they gave my Commanders all they wanted and did some. All we wanted and did some. So let's not just write them off yet and just say, hey, we're just gonna show up and pencil in a victory, because that's not so. No. And then I called my man, I text my man Big Richard. Now, last time I talked to Big Richard, he was on vacation. Now I don't know, did the laws last week sent Big Richard on vacation, but he might have been already on vacation. But I sent him a text message just to check him out, just to see, what's up with Big Richard. So he was on vacation doing his thing, which is cool. And it's all good, man. And that's a good deal, man. It's all good. It's all good. Now, I said that I would circle back and talk about my Commanders. I said I would do that. Here we go. Now, the gist of the show is where callers get 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick knowledge, and all that. There are some people because, we are family divided. Some of us want to go back to be the Redskins. Some of us still want to call ourselves the football team. And some of us have embraced the word or the name Commanders, and some of us don't. At the end of the day, I don't care what we call ourselves. It's still our team, man. There's no family members. We can't kick you out the family. Whether you, identify as me, myself, I will always be a Redskin, but I have embraced a new name because they're my team. I said that to say this. We took on the Eagles today. For some reason, we always play the Eagles tough. And I think it's because, number one, they're in our division. Number two, you can't measure hate because we don't like them. They don't like us. With the Cowboys, we don't like Cowboys. Cowboys don't like us. We don't like the Giants. The Giants don't like us, and vice versa. So that's an element when teams play each other. You can't measure that. Just like with the Saints playing the team that they played today. You can't measure that. So we took on the Eagles, and I think the game plan for us, to me, when you play the Eagles, you cannot let Jalen you can't let him pass and run. You have to take something away. I would prefer, and I think maybe we decided to take the pass away. Take the run away and make him pass. Keep him inside the tackles, and then hopefully our linebackers will come up and make a play. Get him in 3rd and long and force him to have to make a play from the pocket. To me, that's the blueprint for maybe having a shot at beating the Eagles. But at the end of the day, the Eagles are a talented team. They have a lot of talent. They got young talent. They got running back with Mr. Swift. They got those two with wide receivers, A.J. Brown and my man Smith. They have Dallas Goedert. They have the best offensive line in the game. So they have a lot. They bring a lot to the table. So when you talk about going up and playing the Eagles, it's not like you just gonna get off the bus and they just gonna surrender. Nah. And so we were playing them tough. Had to lead at halftime. 1 minute, I thought we were going to go up 10. We gave up a last-minute touchdown to be down, to be up. I believe it was 17-10. I was hoping we'd go up a little bit farther, but that was okay. But we had we started to play our game. I love the fact that maybe my man Eric Bieniemy was starting to listen to some of us armchair quarterbacks who say, look, dude, run the ball. You have 2 stud running backs. Do not let my man Uncle Sam throw the ball 30 sometimes in the first half. So I don't know. Yeah, but then again, the guy's been around longer than he knows what he's doing. Although we criticize him, that's because some of us are just old school. We used to old school football, and you have to adjust with the times. I'm cool with that. But I did notice that we were moving Sam around, and he was getting the ball out of his hand a lot sooner. Move the ball, get it out, get it away, use the check down, get those, and started off, we embraced the running game at the beginning of the game, and that was what led us to scoring first, constantly going on long drives, and keeping that potent Eagles offense on the sidelines because their game is similar to ours. They like to eat up the clock. We like to eat up the clock. So it really comes down to, whenever we play the Eagles, it comes down to what team is going to impose their will on the other. And so that's what it came down to. Yes, that's what it came down to. So make a long story short, the Eagles came out in the third quarter and they established who they were. They are the Eagles, you know, and all of a sudden we started to get away from our game and they started to play their game. And people complain about that play that they have called the I think they call it the Philly the brotherly love shove or whatever the hell, where they all get behind and push. Hold on, let me hold on here. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
Yes, sir. This is the Ravens extraordinaire, Brandon Cooper, calling in, man.
Brother Coop, man, I was just going on a little bit tangent about my Commanders, but we're going to put that on the back burner because, dude, I was so dialed in that I didn't get the chance to see your Ravens play, brother, but so I want to hear from you, man. Tell me what happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, number one, we put a whooping on. It was 28-3. We put a whooping on, of course, the Cleveland Browns. Now, Deshaun Watson didn't play today, of course, and then, Nick Chubb is hurt and Myles Garrett got hurt. But, however,
what happened with
Garrett? On him, so messed up his foot
in the game.
He has a foot injury. They're not sure if it's broke. Yeah.
Wow.
So, of course, Lamar Jackson is completing his sweep of the AFC North. We play the Steelers next week, and, Kenny Pickett got hurt.
Yes.
And Mitchell Trubisky is their quarterback now. So, that's an easy win. That's an easy win. We ain't going to look at that. That's easy. But, so today, Lamar, 2 touchdowns through the air to Andrews, 2 touchdowns on foot. And Lamar is continuing to establish his dominance. I don't know what happens every time. For some reason, we play the Colts, but, for some reason, it's always a close game when we play the Colts. But overall, hey, man, we did great today. Good to have Marlon Humphrey back in the mix as far as, practicing and doing his thing now. I mean, Baltimore Ravens, man, we trucking along. We got Melvin Gordon some carries today as well.
Okay.
So the thing is, next week we got the Steelers. So, hey, we got to put on our hard hat and get our lunch pail.
Now, here's the thing. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I was going to transfer, to your team because I got a lot to say about your team.
Well, hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm starting to think that your Ravens are the team to beat in that division because, to me, and I'm sure my homeboy Glenn going to call in, I think it's time for them to pull the plug on my man Kenny Pickett. I just think he's not getting it. Then again, he's injured today, and no one knows how bad. Because I think that was a knee injury, so no one knows about that. And you guys took care of Cleveland, and so I'm just thought because, and like you said, man, that's the division where you the last man standing gets the championship. But I'm starting to see you guys start to make a push for the top. Seemed to me like Lamar is, I don't know, I wouldn't say buying into the new offense, but seem like everything is starting to gel. You know what I mean?
So it's getting a lot better. I know with Todd Monken, his mantra is trying to balance out the run and the pass. I feel like at certain points we should run the ball more, but I think Lamar is becoming more comfortable in his offense and especially looking at his options.
Right.
Today, I feel like we returned back to what we knew best as far as, establishing a run and then giving Mark Andrews the bulk of the targets because him and Lamar, I mean, that connection, come on now.
Right. Well, like I said, man, I think the cream is starting to rise to the top. And barring the I-word injury, I think you guys going to be all right.
We should be, man. We're crossing our fingers. Knocking on wood, we should be good to sweep the division and take the division. I mean, we look at the Bengals. The Bengals' problem is just they never address the offensive line.
Never.
And Burrow today was sacked 3 times, hit 9, and had a fumble. Like, come on, man. What lost them the Super Bowl? It was because that they didn't have an offensive line, and that was when Aaron Donald just went ham. And it's only so far you're going to get with not having an offensive line.
Oh, I know.
At some point, you got to establish it.
And it's like they don't like their money, I guess, man. It's obviously the Bengals do not like money because this guy is your franchise quarterback. And if you're gonna invest
Mm-hmm.
that kind of money into a quarterback, then you know damn well you need to invest money in an offensive line. I mean, I don't care who you got back there playing quarterback. If you don't have an offensive line, you have nothing.
Mm-hmm. You got to at least give him some type of time and something to work with.
Yes. 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 Yeah. So now you said transitioning to my team. Now before I called you,
Oh.
I mean before you called in, I was in between um ranting, feeling okay. But here's me, man, and this is where I stand in that because I watched the whole game, man. Because one thing, and hey, bro, Coop, I just think that, and I will tell everybody, I think the Eagles are the best team in our conference. So when you have a chance to win the game, go for the win, dude. We should have went for two and the freaking win.
Okay. This is what I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think since y'all were having such a great drive and y'all had the momentum, y'all should have went for two.
Yes, you said
Because going into overtime in the Eagles' house, where y'all really haven't established anything great as far as late game closures, because you were dominating with Brian Robinson with the run game all day.
Yes.
And that's what brought y'all back into the game. But I feel like Howell was in too much of a rhythm and had too much momentum. Y'all should have went for that, man.
Yes. I would have been, you know what? Even if we had not been successful, I would not have been one of those people calling for the coach's head on a platter because you're going for the victory. I understand that. Like you said, man, we're playing in the Eagles' nest. We have a really how you might well call him a first year quarterback, and our offensive line is shaky at best. Okay, we got the Eagles on the run. They gave us the opportunity to go all the way down the field because they're playing prevent, and the only thing prevent does is prevent you from winning. I'm like, okay, go for two.
You know the prevent sign. They go for two.
Yes, go for.
You could have easily ran a nice play action.
Yes, and even if we did not make it, I would have been okay with it. Hey, we lost.
I would have been okay because I'm like at that point, hey man, y'all were aggressive.
Yes,
and y'all showed, hey man, we out here trying to win.
And I think, like I said, now you played college football. And I don't know if the coach. I don't know if the coaches read the press and all that. But we took a beat down last week, and my thing was,
y'all look like y'all shouldn't even been out there.
Yes, and my thing was, look, do not come out and let Sam throw the ball 30-something times in the first. We got two stud running backs. Even when Gibson don't fumble, but he's still a hell of a player. And
he's a hell of a quarterback.
Yes, I'm like, look, establish that running game, but for some reason today, and I don't think I don't know did it have anything to do with everybody saying the same thing, run the damn ball. I think it came down to and like I said, man, you played college ball, when you guys go back and look at film and you see what didn't work and whatever. But I always tell people, we match up well with the Eagles, and we match up well with the 49ers. We do. For some reason, we play them tough.
Y'all do. Y'all play them tough, man. But the thing is,
we play them tough. But we would turn around and lose to the freaking Giants, to the Giants or Detroit or one of them, or the Panthers or somebody like that. But when it comes to the Eagles, the Cowboys, we're gonna play them tough. But I like the fact that we were moving the ball. We had, but it really came down to which one of the two teams was opposing their own will on the other one. We opposed our will on them the first half, and it was just the way we played.
Here's the thing. What's up with the direct snap to Logan Thomas? Like, what play was that in the arsenal? Where did that come from?
Man,
That was we got
I thought you sent that play in.
man. Look,
I said it.
y'all. Hey man, look. Hey Eric, being me, we got to talk. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, Logan Thomas is taking a direct snap.
Direct. You know what? I would have felt better if you did a direct snap to Samuels or even Gibb. You know, I felt better because at least I know they're going to have a faster takeoff and may get that 1 yard. But you just giving the ball to, I was like, seriously, man? Now, I understand that by that fact that he used to be a quarterback, so I guess they figured he would be more better under center taking the snap than, say, Howard, because in college now, rarely do guys go under center to take the ball. I guess that's a lost art. But I still would have like, no. But as I was saying, man, when it came to the third quarter, the Eagles imposed their will on us. They got back to playing Eagle football, which is giving you a combination of running and throwing. You have to take one or the other. Take the run away and make him into a thrower or a passer. But in that third quarter, we let him did both, and he was killing us. The linebackers wasn't coming up making plays. And because people saying, well, that defensive line. No, defensive line did their job. They really did.
They did their job. Now, here's the problem. Y'all allowed their defensive line to reestablish the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
But in addition, that man A.J. Brown went crazy on y'all.
He did.
That man tore y'all a new one, boy.
He showed my rookie that he was a rookie. You know, rookie, you're gonna be good. But man,
that's not today.
Not today. And I'm gonna tell you what he did. He started talking to him, you know, because he started talking to him, and once the rookie started talking back, that's all he needed. Once he started talking back, I knew. I said, shit, A.J. Brown got him. Because now he started playing man games on him, you know, getting the rookie into want to get into an altercation with him instead of his assignment. And then he gave him a double move and went deep. I was like, oh, come on, man. Come on, Rook.
Yeah, I gotta clean that up, man.
Like, come on,
still,
Rook.
Still the strength of your team is your defensive line.
Yes.
And your run game.
Yes.
Like those are the two strengths. And your wide receivers are a good group. But you ain't really throwing them the ball like that.
Nope. But you know, as I was saying, the defensive line, they did what they were supposed to have done, which was control Jalen, make him run through the tackles, and supposedly the linebackers were supposed to have been there to clean up. And we got my man Jamin, he out of position. It's like, you know, come on, guys. Come on.
I would ask you at this point, man, what do y'all think y'all need to do? Because I mean, look, what do y'all think can turn this season around if you want to, you know, or do y'all want to tank?
Well, here's the thing. I think we are where I think we're probably going to be. To me, I just think. For the Cowboys, for example, if you come out gun blazing and you peak too fast, then all of a sudden you got nothing left. So we need to win the game that we're supposed to win, like the Bears, games like that. Mm-hmm. So that should be maybe 6 games we know we're gonna win. Now, of those games that are left, we gotta win half of those. I'm talking about the up in the air games, like we should beat the Giants twice. Okay. Hopefully we'll steal one from the Eagles and may steal one from the Cowboys. We do that, we roll it in 9-10 victories and we in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
this was y'all one to steal though, man, from the Eagles. This was y'all one, dude.
But I think we have a better shot of getting them at home than in Philly. But we should have got this one. I'm not gonna lie. We should have got this one. But I just know that as the season goes on, you know, you get guys starting to play hurt. You get guys starting to play a certain way. Once the season going, I think we're gonna get better. Because I think Sam is gonna get better as long as Eric Bieniemy knows that. Okay, I understand you're trying to bring your style from Kansas City. I like it. I embrace it, but you still gonna have to tweak it for where you are because right now, Sam Howell is not ready to run the offense the way Patrick Mahomes is. So
With Pat Mahomes, yeah. And the thing is, what you don't have, and what saved the Patrick Mahomes offense was you had a tight end
right
that was that took the top off the defense,
right,
and then you had Tyreek Hill. Now, mind you, you have a great complement of receivers. You don't have a Tyreek Hill,
right.
but also y'all don't have that Travis Kelce.
Right, and that
Now,
right, and he makes a big difference when you have Kelsey. It makes a difference how, and but like I said, that's why you can get away with the things that he can do. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that he's bringing that offensive mindset with him and doing some of the things because over the years, I've always said we have a lot of talent on offense. Now, our running backs are not the same type of running backs that he had at Kansas City. You know. We got the kind of running back that you got to get those guys lathered up, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to like, hey, let's run this ball, man. Let's get these guys going, and then mix in the pass. But you can't come out and say, okay, we're gonna throw for every I don't know 6 or 7 passes. We're gonna run it once or twice. You're not getting those guys a chance to even get lathered up, if that makes sense. and I just
you gotta establish your identity, man. You gotta establish your identity.
And I just don't think Sam is ready to be the featured part of the offense yet. You know, he does good things, but he still. Now I'll give him about a B for the day because he didn't do. You know, he started to hold on to the ball a little bit too long in the second half. You know, then they had to get him back into the groove, which is, hey, dude, throw that ball away, man. Hold on to it, throw it away. Hey, man, I got another caller trying to get in here, brothers. Get a plug in for what you guys do, man.
Man, yes, sir. This your boy Ravens extraordinaire, Brandon Cooper. Hey, man, follow myself and my boys and listen to our podcast, D1 Ignite. That's D1IGNANT University. Hey, man, Ravens, we 3-1. Tomorrow, next week we play the Steelers, so we're trying to complete the AFC North sweep. Hey, man, Lamar Jackson building his MVP case. Holla at him.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, yes, sir.
Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, homeboy Glenn? What's up, man?
Man, you got it, man. Man, I heard the man a while ago tell you they got the Steelers next weekend. Man, hey, tell them don't do it too bad because we ain't looking for down today.
Man, I want.
Man, I'm already going. Hey, can I say something before you start talking, brother?
Yeah, go for it.
I already been going through some things. Lost my girlfriend Friday morning, and then that means but things like that happen. God bless her. She's a sweet woman. Love her to death. Gonna miss her. Always will love her. Come from good people. You know how we are, Frank. It's tough. But, we come from good background and everything. But getting back to football and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit listening to your ass, man, because you got me believing in goddamn Kenny Pickett. We ain't shit. I'm get tired of listening. To you all about I might have some Kenny Pickett. Something throw for a 70-yard touchdown next time, and then don't throw for 5 yards and 2 quarters the next 2 games.
Hey, man, you know what I want to ask you today? Is it time to pull the plug on Kenny Pickett, man? Is it time to pull the plug?
Man, I've been telling you that a long time ago, but hell, I've been trying to make you feel good. You damn right trying to pull the plug on his ass. Listening to your ass, y'all talking about making it feel like you deserve another chance. God damn it, you got us 6 months late listening to you. Yeah, that's just like not only Kenny Pickett, the damn offensive coordinator too, man. Man, you know that shit ain't funny, man. Go 6 goddamn points, man. Man.
Man, I was just disappointed.
Cable bill doing shit, talking about getting the NFL package. Man, look, y'all about damn near tell them cut channel 7 off that, channel 11 off the motherfucking TV. show these sorry ass Steelers on this motherfucker every day. I had a feeling they gonna get their ass whooped today, man. I had that feeling, man.
Man,
we ain't whoop a damn, man.
Man, I was like, man, what's up with my Steelers, man? What's up with our Steelers? What's up with our Steelers,
hey,
man?
Look here, man. Man, look here. I've been going through some things, man. Like I said, man, I had a death in the family, lost my girlfriend Friday morning. But, you know, that's part of life, man. It's tough, man.
I know,
Sometimes football is third.
Yeah.
Yeah, but watching them motherfuckers, they worse than fentanyl, man. I'm serious, man. Man.
Oh, boy.
Man. Yeah.
So, hey.
Ain't whoop a damn, man. We ain't got an offensive coordinator. No, he ain't whoop a damn. But y'all still, man, goddamn, hire me.
So, is it, because he got injured today. How bad is that?
Who?
Kenny Pickett. They had to pull him. He hurt his knee.
They should have put their foot up his ass.
I think
he ain't got injured here. He just got a bruise. Let me go down there. I injured his ass. So he ain't, man, I'm telling you, man. And I talk about him. It's all in fun. But all joke aside, it's more the offensive coordinator than it is him, though.
Oh.
We ain't got no offensive coordinator. I don't understand what the hell Mike Tomlin be thinking about some damn time.
Nothing.
Sitting there with that damn gold chain on, acting like he from the streets. Man, it's our coach instead of sitting there looking like you're crazy sometimes.
Man, I don't know, man.
I'm already in a bad. I don't mean no harm. I'm in a bad fucking mood this evening. Cowboy won, whooped the hell out to New England.
I know.
Bill Belichick, I'm like, dude, on TikTok, he act like he's smoking dope down that motherfucker now. I'm sorry about ranting, but I'm in a bad mood, man. I apologize.
Hey, man. That's what the show's about, baby.
I know we ain't talking about college football. Arkansas ain't worth a shit. I don't know why they keep showing them on TV. Man, they charge the hell out of motherfuckers for cable just to show a motherfucking team like them. They ain't worth a damn.
But man, let me ask you this. Now, cause my boy got hurt. Now, hold on. I'll make you feel a little bit better. Hope this gonna make you feel a little bit better.
Shit gonna make you feel good. I quit trying to say that. You the one got me acting like this now. Had me believing that Kenny Pickett come out. Man, I don't want to look at him. I don't want to hear shit you got to say no more.
Well, see, man, I'm gonna change subject. I'm gonna change teams because I know I can't say nothing about Pittsburgh today to cheer you up, dog. But hey, boy, we had them D'Amigas though, brother. We had D'Amigas.
Boy, you text me and I thought they were fit to win, man.
Man,
even though but they tough though, man.
Well, man, you gotta go for two, Glenn. When the game on the line, you playing in the other team's stadium, bro. You have to go for two. I wouldn't have cared if we had lost. You got to go for two.
That's right, man.
Go for the win.
Yeah, sometimes you got to gamble, man.
Go for the win. Because we got a first-year young quarterback. Yeah, we got a young quarterback. Our offensive line ain't that great. Come on, man. Go for the
better than ours. We ain't shit.
I was like, man, go for two.
I'm going to tell you what hurt. Out of all this, hey, look here. Out of all this shit, excuse me, because you got the custom bell on. You got the custom, all this shit that happened today, the damn Cali Cowboys that they beat the hell out of New England, made them look like a damn Super Bowl contender again. Man, look here, man. I'm going to give me I was going to go and give me a Bud Light, a Budweiser. I'm going to give me a Milwaukee Beer because I can't understand. I'm going to drink some cheap shit tonight.
Do they still make those?
Somebody gonna find one of them, bitch. We got to go to goddamn somewhere and find one. I'm in a pissed off mood. Sorry about cussing like that on your show. I apologize, but I'm in a pretty pissed off ass mood this evening. Last week I couldn't talk like I want to because I was around my mama.
I know you
were. She looking upside my head like I've been smoking dope or something.
I said, boy, he must be medicated or his mama must be there.
And she looking at me like I'm a suspect or something.
Oh, man.
So I gotta let. I mean, and then my girl passed.
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
let a little steam out. I apologize for that, man.
You're all right, man. You're okay, man, because that's what the
apologize.
show's about, man. You know, what I tell people, man, the show's about you get a rip, rant, and kick some knowledge about all.
I'm gonna tell you about the show. I'm getting tired of calling this motherfucker ranting about Pittsburgh, man. So we ain't want for damn now. We got to do something better than this.
Man, but you know what? Trubisky might be I ain't gonna sell you on that no more.
Trubisky ain't shit, man. Come on, man. What I tell you a while ago? Don't come up and try to give a pity party. Nobody want to hear that shit. You know he ain't want for damn, man.
I'm not gonna sell you on anything.
Trubisky ain't want for shit, man.
I'm not gonna sell you on anything, man. Y'all need to tank.
Look at all these scouts.
Y'all need to tank, man. Y'all need to tank and try to get what's that boy?
Who the hell we gonna get?
That boy we been talking about, man. What's the kid?
I don't want Caleb Williams. I don't want that boy from USC.
Not him. The other kid.
I want that boy from the Washington Huskies.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't even want KJ Jefferson. That's son of a bitch. Man, that big Jimmy Dean egg eating that motherfucker ain't want for damn need. Jimmy Dean sausage every day don't get big. Man, hey, we talking pro. We ain't gonna talk college.
Right.
But man, I'm for real. I'm in a bad rent mood today because I couldn't talk to you last week because my mother was sitting there beside me. We looking at the game, getting the ass whooped again. Well, we were getting whooped at the time, because I had talked about Kenny Pickett last week. He threw the 71-yard touchdown pass.
And then
that stuff ain't been shit since then. Can't even throw a pass. I had 5-yard passes in the first quarter, Frank. Come on, man.
I know, man. I looked at that, man. And I was like, man.
Come on, man.
I was like, man.
Hey, I look at his yard passing in the first quarter, and I look at my cable bill. That shit don't equal up no kind of way.
Man, I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm just gonna tell you, man. I don't believe in Kenny Pickett anymore, man. You won't hear no positive vibes coming from me about Kenny Pickett, man. Cause nah, dog.
Man, I'm just letting you know you really owe me an apology.
I'm sorry,
dog. I tried to tell you that a long time ago. Y'all give him a chance. That motherfucker, man. I ain't mean to call him. Hey, Frank, look here, man. And then not only that, you gonna cook that good ass food you cooked today, and then gonna send it to me.
Hey,
go over to my face, goddammit.
Hey, man, that was my game meal. Let me tell my listeners and you what my game meal was. Man, I had some Jamaican curry goat, and I topped it off over some rice, or rice, as we said in Arkansas. And then I had some fried cabbage to go with it, brother. Oh yeah, that's my game meal, dog. Gotta have a good game meal.
Look here, you got a little bit of your mama and Hayes and grandma in you.
Gotta have a good game meal, dog.
People just don't know. They just think you talk on the radio, but boy, you got a little bit of your mama and grandma in you. You cook like mama and grandma in you, boy.
Hey, boy, look, I tell you what, brother, it was all good. But homeboy Glenn is trying to bring this bad boy to the end. Here we go. All right. Once again, it is time to bring the magic show to an end. For those who listen to the show, let me start off by saying thank my homeboy from D1 Ignorant University, Brandon Cooper. Also, Jay in Grand Prairie, and my homeboy Glenn. I also want to say to all the listeners out there in the great state of Arkansas, Louisiana, and even those in Marion, England, and also those in the Metroplex. Thank you all for listening to my show. And when I'm done, I am on my way to Jersey Mike's, where I can get a sub sandwich. So until next week, I will see you next week. And those on the yard, remember what I always say. Stay golden, baby. We'll see you next week.